All right, welcome back to this solo grind. So I've been filling up the import-export warehouse. You can see a few of the stats right here. I have stolen 21 vehicles, exported 8, and I made so far I made 723K on the business. One thing I want to say before I show you a bit of calculations is that I accidentally sold a T20 for 40K. I picked the option where you get 40K and you don't customize it for 20K and make the 80K profit basically. So if we exclude that car, I basically remove 40K from this profit right here, and instead of it saying 8 cars here, it can say 7, and I remove the 40K. Basically, what I came down to is that I've made 75,316 profit per vehicle sold. Now, this number down here doesn't show you the damage that you take. This I just found out. I had to figure out that as well myself, because all of the stats aren't actually right here. But this number right here shows you the profit when you export the vehicle. So when you sell it and you take damage, this shows it. But when you're importing it into your warehouse, that damage that you take then, it doesn't show that damage. So what I did in my calculations is that I took the damage that I had taken, this number right here for exporting, which was 2,242 on average. So every time I sell a car, I take on average 2,242, and I just times it by 2, and I got 4684, and that's how I got to the 75,000 profit for a car. Now, this is not a huge sample. I've obviously only sold 7 vehicles, but it tells me, and also I haven't used the Cargobob, and I've done it in a solo session every single time. So the NPCs have come after me every single time I've sold a vehicle. But that is still an insane amount of profit. 75K per vehicle is absurd. And also, while I was doing this stuff, right, I haven't even gotten into the whole loop of only sourcing the T20. It was just by chance that I happened to get it now. Because I've explained before how what you want to do is pick what car you want to sell by having 10, 10, 10, 12, 10 standard, 10 mid-range, and 12 top range. The one top range that you sell is the one top range that you will source. This gives you the ability to get used to the vehicle, exactly how it feels. You're not driving a T20 one time, a Z-Type another time, an FMJ another time, and so on. Always driving the same car. So I haven't even gone to that. My profit and my numbers are gonna be even better once I can source my preferred car to drive every single time. Also, it's gonna cut down on time, because I have sold the Roosevelt here and there, or I sourced the Roosevelt here and there. Haven't actually sourced the Z-Type yet, but inferior vehicles that I don't prefer to drive, basically the Sterling GT. So, but yeah, I've only sold top range cars, plus that one mistake I made with the T20 when I sold it for 40K because I didn't have money in my bank account, and I forgot that I was doing this whole experiment. However, it's been successful. I currently have $500,000, and I haven't done any headhunters or anything like that. So it's basically just been me selling a car every 20 minutes. No headhunters in between, nothing like that, because I want to get my warehouse. Did you say something to me, huh? I want to get my warehouse prepped properly. I mean, properly propagated, right? Properly propagated. I'm kidding. I want to get it prepped properly for, to get the business really efficient and going by just sourcing and selling T20s back to back. Then I can start doing my whole headhunter strategy and start saving up for some other stuff. That is gonna be neat. I did get the T20 this time though. That's not bad. This I hope this is the one where it's just. I think this is the. No, because there can be a mission here where the car is guarded, and there can also be a mission where the car is just lollygagging about the Gaffa, Let's see if I can lock on anybody. Nope, it looks like the one with is unguarded. And I think that this one makes it so that you don't have to be chased down by anybody. Also, one correction that I have to say, because I can't remember literally everything that about this game. Yeah, it's just right out of the shop. I love it too. Took my entire life's earnings for this. So I'm glad you like it as well. Hopefully no one comes after me. That would be sucky. But 400,000 divided by 60 is 6,666. So 6.5 thousand per minute, and 500,000 divided by 60 is 8,333. So I previously said that 500,000 was divided by 60 was 66666, that stuff. So I was thinking about the 400,000 mark, but basically if you're making 400,000 per hour, you're making 6.5 a minute, and if you're making 500,000 per hour, you're making 8,300 per minute, which is crazy. That's why when I do these import-export missions, I recommend. I actually have to start a stopwatch. I'm doing another test as well. I've been testing the game a lot, so I have gotten crashes here and there that were kind of unnecessary. Right now I'm driving with one bloody hand, navigating my phone at the same time. Don't text and drive, goddammit. So I've gotten unnecessary crashes watching videos, navigating my phone, just to try and do a few tests. What takes longer, longer or less time and stuff like that. The time that it takes me to get to the missions, to sell the vehicles, all this kinds of stuff. But it's been fun, I do enjoy this. I think import-export is the best solo business, or everyone does, but I also think it's the best business in general, and the one you should ideally structure your money-making methods around. Let's see here if I can start the stopwatch right here. Don't crash, damn it. Boom, there we go. So last time I took a right turn instead of taking this bridge here, and went past the Darnell Bros vehicle warehouse, and it took me 50 seconds with an FMJ to do that, and we'll see how long this takes. Now obviously I've already spent a lot of time because the traffic was really terribly placed this time, so this is gonna be a slower than average time for delivering this way. Just wanted to see how long it takes to this warehouse, basically. And also the T20 and the FMJ are different cars, so you gotta test it with the same car every single time. In 38 seconds. But I do believe that this one's probably, taking the freeway is probably better for sourcing. I mean, importing the car. It took 50 seconds this time as well. Maybe it's very even, honestly. Maybe it's just very, very even. Alright, I don't think I can sell anything just yet. Well, I mean, I guess I can check. The whole money per minute thing. The amount of money you make per minute. This is, by the way, when you have the terabyte and all that stuff. I've explained that before. You need to be set in GTA. You need to have the majority of the businesses. Look at that. Now I can source the... Let me just see how much my stuff is here. And, the other... Oh, wow. Only 6 of these. And 5 of these. Okay. So I still have a lot of work to do. But if I sell the T20, I have a greater chance of getting that one back, basically.
Do you know who makes good license plates?
Prison inmates?
Prison inmates.
You know one funny thing about that guy? The T20 has an active spoiler. I always say to put spoilers on your car, but the T20 you don't need to. The T20 and the X80. He says, you know who makes good license plates? Prison inmates. But he also says, look at me, mama, printing license plates for a living. So, like, is he bragging about being a goddamn prison inmate? Alright, let's see how long this one takes. Now, you do get shot up here, but as long as you don't crash, and you have to make this really quick, and just keep in mind that the traffic is gonna go completely bonkers in this mission, like that. So just, and when you're coming up to intersections as well, but it's ideally gonna be faster to do this than to stay back and kill the enemies. That's the thought that I can't keep finishing, that I keep not being able to finish. If you stay back and kill the NPCs, because you're making, let's say 6,500 per hour, oh, it's the Madrasa one. Damn it, Greg. Isn't paying attention. If you do that, and it takes you like 3 or 4 minutes, to do that. That's 18,000. That's nearly 20,000, basically, right? That you're missing out on because you're spending that time staying back, killing the NPCs. Yeah, you take no damage, but, you know, unless you're taking 20,000 damage on the export mission, which I'm not paying any goddamn attention, unless you take that much damage, the money per hour or per minute, whatever, is not really worth it. I just took 2,200, but that's nothing. That is slightly above my average of exporting the vehicles. And again, you know, I'm doing this while talking and thinking, so it's a little harder. But import-export is pretty great. Not gonna lie, 3% market value lost. Okay. So now I can source some more stuff. Why do you walk slowly? What are you doing? I hate this screen. It stays up for too damn long. I don't need to see it. I got it. Shut up. Oh my good lord. Oh yeah, and I've been using the buzzard the entire time. I paid for it one time. And for 25k, been taking good care of it. Mentioned this as well before, but if you park it in the CEO rooftop, it fixes it. So if you do like a headhunter or something, and the buzzard starts smoking, land it on the CEO rooftop and you fix it. And I haven't used a cargo bob. Did I say that? No cargo bob, and done it in invite only or like solo public. So the NPCs always come after me. This is probably the most consistent way I like to play GTA, because I have a big problem with loading screens in this game, as does everyone. Absolutely hate loading screens in this game, and they're so inconsistent. I despise inconsistency. That's also why I don't like to sell in public lobbies too much. It can be good, but if I'm just not looking to have a stressful time, since I always play solo, I don't like to sell in solo or in public lobbies whatsoever, because it's less consistent, and there's almost nothing more frustrating than being griefed. You know, spending time finding a lobby that is the perfect size and isn't a complete war zone or something, right? And then starting your mission, but being griefed and having to turn off your game, losing crates or whatever, and refinding that session all over again. Possibly during that progress, you can get stuck in loading screens. As soon as I bloody pressed, I just saw the what's going on now? As soon as I pressed the button to enter my goddamn CEO office, I saw the Solomon mission outside. Damn it. This is the one for the key for what's his face? For Cayo Perico. I thought I heard fireworks or something. It's not New Year's yet. I mean, it's the 30th, but still missing a few hours. So would everyone please shut up? I don't need a battle royale going on outside my house while I'm goddamn recording, let me tell you. Wait. No. Did you hear that? What'd you say to me? Whoa. Oh, yeah? What you gonna do about it? Dude, I got 100 strength. How about you take it easy? Yeah, I'll let you walk. Tell your friends, let me tell you. Haven't sold a card to LSC either. That's another method that... I'm not a mathematician, not that great at math, but... Please let me do this. Oh, thank God. Last time I did this, I was in a mission. But I don't think that selling a card to LSC every 48 minutes, I don't think, I could be wrong, is worth it. Because if you have to halt your progress for your money-making method, you are technically losing out on money. But I think it's good for new players that don't have a lot of businesses. When things are on cooldown, then sure, sell a vehicle to LSE. If you have something else that you can do, like sourcing, selling, headhunter, sourcing crates, client jobs, if you have anything that pays better than, you know, you taking 2 or 3 minutes to sell a card to LSE, then you shouldn't do it. I guess you could use the analogy of making 6,500 per minute. If it takes you more than, let's say, 2 minutes to stop whatever you're doing, going to LSC, finding a car, hoping that you actually find one that's worth selling it, and going back to your method, if that takes you longer than 2 minutes and you spend, which would then be 12,000 or 13,000, you're technically lost money per hour or per minute. Because a car to LSC sells for 9K on average, let's say 8K on average. That's like a minute of work, right? Or a little bit more than a minute of work. So if you have to stop whatever it is you're doing, sell a car, and then come back to whatever it was you were doing, and that takes longer than 1 minute 20, those 8,000 that you made are not worth it. I'm guessing, right? That's the way. Yeah, no, I definitely heard it that time. I have to apologize. There's no way I can stop fireworks. Oh my god, don't do this. It's the 30th, big man. It's the 30th, not the 31st. What is going on? Oh, this sucks. Vinewood Racetrack. This is... oh, this one can be really tough. I haven't found a good way to do this. I guess you can just take a ground vehicle and try to stop the car. I like drive in front of it basically, but it's really hard because they purposely swerve on this mission. When you stay in front of them and aim backwards, they will purposely swerve back and forth for you to miss. It is treason. But this one isn't too far away from the warehouse, so that's pretty neat. Okay. I also bought the AP pistol, decked it out with everything except suppressor and of course the whole expensive paint job that you can get on it. I have a sniper now with a suppressor too for those odd missions. Alright, do you have a car here? Maybe I should need to call a car from my mechanic. Let me just park this a little bit out of the way. Like I said, I want to take care of my buzzard. Flying is 60%. That's not bad. I like it. I've gotten pretty much all the other stats. Or like the hard stats I have high now.
Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Let's go with the
It's on the
Elegy.
way.
I think you could take a heavy car and just try and stop them. But I don't think some of the cars, the CPU just like drives underneath you. If you try to do that with an Insurgent, I think he just drives under you. And you know, something pretty funny. You can't really move an Insurgent, but if they manage to get a supercar under it, then you can manhandle it like it's nothing. Like an Insurgent is 8 tons. Are you mad? And I think the same thing happens with the Duke of Death. I could be wrong, but I don't... Why do I have the goddamn... Jesus Christ. I just dropped this flipping gun. I think I picked it up from an enemy. But this annoys me to the nth degree. Do I also have the regular pistol? No, thank you. By the way, when you get a weapons locker, you can still pick up weapons from enemies. So it's like, what is the point then of a weapons locker? If you can pick up the weapon, like after a few missions, you're gonna have your thing full again of weapons you didn't. What the hell? Oh, and it doesn't work inside a heist, if I'm not mistaken. The weapons locker setup. Oh, it's a Blackfin. Okay, let's just wait for the straight here. Team purposely swerving. Yeah, little does he know I'm a goddamn marksman. Took me only 3 shots there. Listen, 3rd time's the charm or whatever the heck they say. Don't break the door. Are you titting me? So this is one of those... I don't think this one's possible without taking damage, I'm pretty sure. Which is just bad. Dark Souls would be disappointed. So yeah, I'm doing these missions to get 1010, right? I'm not gonna sell the car. Look at this. A gathering of Blackfins. Whoa, whoa, what the hell? Oh my god, that's why we want off-road tires. I don't know if that works on this car, but I think so. Off-road tires doesn't work on every single car. It doesn't benefit every single car. This one definitely sucks over curbs though, jeez Louise. How about you take it easy? It's a baller right there. Hey, hey. Move, people. You love that. You gotta love that when they swerve that much. Look at him. Look at him. And this isn't really bad because the NPCs aren't even shooting. When the NPCs start going crazy, oh my good god. Go straight to hell. Yeah, this thing has a lot of airtime. It goes terribly over curves. It's not good. What's up, ballers? You want me to, I mean, Vagos, you want me to get out your barrio? Yeah, that's not happening. This time I know for sure I don't have, the timer hasn't gone down all the way. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to source these vehicles back to back. But as you can see right there, I mean, it was my own fault, that second crash. But I didn't take too much damage on the importing mission. Time to steal, what is this? What? Let's see which one this is, which mission. I don't... Oh, okay. It's one where the guy is driving. Dude, I haven't gotten these missions yet, I'm pretty sure. I've gotten the one where he's being chased by the police and the helicopter thing. But I haven't gotten this one where he's literally just driving around. This is another mission. I mean, I don't know. I could try and, like, park a car in front of him. An NPC, stop an NPC and see if he stops as well, like you do with crates. I don't know if that's gonna work with import-export, though. But as I was making my way, every time, by the way, with the La Mesa warehouse, when you're flying back to your office, if you are a person who likes to use a cargo bob, you can fly over the hospital and see if cargo bobs spawn, because a buzzard spawned for me now. But here's the thing, right? And I said this a little bit earlier. How do we stop this guy? You don't want to shoot or anything until you are almost certain that you can stop him, because otherwise he panics and then he starts driving like a lunatic, and then it's hard to stop him. But I think helicopters in helipads will spawn based on your level. Come on, come on. This guy's not gonna stand here for a long time. Based on your level. You stopping? Yes, it worked. So, for example, when I was, like, I don't know exactly these numbers, but it goes incrementally like this. When I was level, like, 5 to 15, the Maverick would spawn a lot, right? And then from 15 to 25 or so, then the Frogger started spawning. And then from, like, 25 to 30, 35, the Annihilator started spawning. And now the Cargo Bob started spawning. And then finally the Buzzard. I actually saw a Buzzard on the hospital rooftop, and it's what I'm saying, like, every time I fly from my La Mesa vehicle warehouse to my CEO office, I see which choppers have spawned. So it looks like a Cargo Bob can spawn around 40 and a Buzzard can maybe spawn around 50. That's something that you can keep in mind if you don't, for example, have a Buzzard. Maybe now the CEO Buzzard, right, gets fixed when you park it on the rooftop. Oh, I forgot about the cops. I mean, I guess I can just call them off. This is advised to do. If the cops shoot you, that's gonna usually be worse than the payment for the...
What service are you
Plus
looking
now I'm
for?
doing it for time's sake. It's usually gonna be
Handle
worse
the
than
heat,
the
my
payment
friend?
for
Okay, leave it with
Lester.
creepy Uncle Lester.
But yeah, you know, when you're flying across the hospital, you want to see if you can find a helicopter that suits your style of bloody doing things. Now, if there's a Buzzard there this time, I ought to try and see, you know, steal it and basically see if, when damaged, if the CEO thing can fix it. Because if that is the case, that is a pretty decent thing to where, like, when you are level 50-ish, you can just, before you start your grinding session, you can always go ahead and look for a Buzzard in those spawn locations. Although maybe you need to have a Buzzard for, you know, to have a bigger chance of it spawning. Who knows? But yeah, that's a pretty decent little thing there. So yeah, I'll make my way back like this and fly over the hospital. I've seen multiple Cargo Bobs here before. Let's see what spawns this time. Hopefully it is the Buzzard again. That'd be pretty neat. Takes a little time sometimes. No, it's a goddamn Maverick. Damn it, Greg. I don't think the Buzzard can spawn on the marina. Only Mavericks and Froggers and Annihilators can do that. So the hospital can have Cargo Bobs as well as Buzzards, I guess. And also in Sandy Shores, I think they can have Buzzards. Since I'm beating the cooldown so quickly by coming back here, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit until I do the next export mission. So there's that. Could sell a car to Los Santos Customs. Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. Last time I got to the office, there was like 53 seconds. So if I was really quick doing this, maybe I could beat it or slightly beat it. The cooldown. Not saying selling a car to LSE is horrible, but when you have your cars or when you have your businesses going, you know, running like a German train schedule, then it's not that great. What is that? A Stainer and a Corket and do not, hey, don't you run away from me, Harry Potter. Damn it, nothing. Okay, there's a Jackal over there, but isn't that on just like a 6,500? Usually you will find a car, but there are those times where you don't find like anything. You want the Oracle, the Baller, the Rocado, the Sentinel, regular Sentinel rather than the XS, and you want the Felon GT. The Jackal I think is also 6,005. We'll see though.
Here for the magic touch?
But yeah, so there we go. I got my money for LSC. Yeah, no, it's 6,000 it seems. Possibly. Let me go. Oh, I'm probably too close. Nope. it didn't put it that close. All right. Yeah, now when I get back to my office, the cooldown timer is definitely gonna be, excuse me? Shh.
That ain't cold.
I know, right? Definitely gonna be cooled down, as you say. Yeah, you better stop for my vehicle. Alright, let's see which mission this is. I just thought about something. When I mentioned you could use the buzzard and the cargo bob, you can actually only do that 1 or 2 times. No, the cargo bob you can continuously use because you can keep it, can't you? But the buzzard, yeah, because you pick up the cars and you go, you know, the cargo bob follows the cars pretty much. But the buzzard in the hospital, you can only use like until you leave it and you have to drive the car to the warehouse because obviously it's going to disappear when you get too far away. What's going on? Maybe you could use that for the loot method, I'm not sure. I'm shooting the car here, but whatever. I don't want to die, it takes too damn long. Please no one come after me. And please don't be like $700,000. Don't break the door, I swear to God. Close it. Sakura's pretty cool to drive. I like it. It's heavy though. It feels heavy to drive, but still. Understeers, as you call it. Oh, dude, this is really close to the warehouse. I have a feeling someone's gonna come after me. Like NPCs. Right. So this is another like mid-range, yeah, there we go. Mid-range car or whatever. And traffic goes completely absurd. Bananas bonkers. I think that the range of the car matters. Like, let's say one bullet is like 500 damage on a top range car. It seems like it's less. I don't have any facts or data on that, but it seems less if it's a lower range car. So, you know, sometimes it feels like I've taken 1 or 2 bullets and the damage is already in the thousands. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? That is ridiculous. And also the fact that the damage seems to decrease the more damage you've taken. So one bullet may be worth 500. The first 2 bullets are worth 500. But if you get shot again, it gets worth less and less. Although I could be wrong on that because I guess you could just test that with a gun. You can just shoot your car. Maybe every bullet is worth a certain amount. Maybe it depends on where you hit the car, right? If you break a window, if you a door, for example, is like 3,700. I'm pretty sure that's like base 3,009 or 3,007, something like that. If you break the door. There's a mission that happens with the T20. I think the T20 is only the car that happens with. One of those missions where the car is parked and the police... which one was it? I think it's the one where the car is parked and then the police is questioning the guy. The car is just automatically without the door, the T20. That's shitty. And then it's always the same price, like 3,750 or 3,950, something like that. See if we can find a cargo bomb. I'm not going to use it though because I don't want to, you know, alter the method. I want to see how this is going to turn out with only using a cargo bubble, with only using or driving the car. Nothing spawn. I'm not going to stick around, whatever. But for these cooldown timers, I could technically do a headhunter in between. I just really don't want to waste any time with the vehicle warehouse. But obviously when I have my 10, 10, 12, I'm gonna do headhunters, and I'm probably also gonna fill my crate warehouses in the cooldown, those 20-minute cooldowns. So what I'm probably gonna do is deliver a car, start a headhunter, source that car, and then start CEO crates. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Something like that. Because I wanna... No, that's right. That's what I do. In order not to waste travel time, I think the best way is probably to do the headhunter and CEO crates, and then try to source a car and be at the warehouse when the timer hits 20 minutes, pretty much. That way you don't have to travel back to the warehouse whenever, you know, basically wasting time, pretty much. It's a little bit hard to explain, but I don't want to you know, waste travel time. I always want to either be doing a headhunter, a source mission, a sell mission, or a crate mission, something that I always want to be doing something and not just driving to my warehouse without there being a reason for it, you know? But yeah, see you in 27 seconds. Right, I'm doing the mission where I'm following the crew. I think I'm pretty close right now. Yeah, it's the one over there. When you're doing this mission, the differences that I've noticed between alerting the guy and not doing it is that when you get to the destination, they have inferior weapons if you don't get spotted by the Kuruma. If you get spotted by the Kuruma, they will have special carbines and Mark II revolvers and assault shotguns, I think. And if you don't, we'll see what he has, but I think then they have like regular pistols, mini Uzi, stuff like that. But I think also that regardless of which way you do it, you get enemies on this mission. So yeah, you can see they have regular pistols. You've noticed that old guy in red, he has a chance to have a Mark II revolver. So a lot of players have been one-shotted by that guy. There are some import-export NPCs. Also the one where you do the one with the stunt jump. You know, where they're taking pictures of the car. If you do that one, and you get spotted, there's an NPC with a blue shirt that has a chance of like one-bombing you with a Mark II revolver from like across the map. It's absurd. But I think NPCs come after you on this one. Let's take a little bit of a risky biscuits here. My import-export warehouse is not too far away, and I can use Dame. Greg, that's too much. I didn't know. I can use this little shortcut here. Actually, you know what? I can just take the freeway. Knowing the map can be beneficial. Alpha is not a top range one, but I still need to do this, you know, eventually. I've been lucky with like the last 3 source missions. They've been on the west side of the map, really close to the damn warehouse. That's crazy. And I think the time may have gone down as well for me to be able to sell a car now. And I think I also have top range cars. I'm gonna sell one that I like to source, or the one I at least like to source the most out of the lot. Whoa! Don't cry! Oh my good god! Take it easy, Alpha. Okay, cut me a break here. The lighting, unfortunately, inside the import-export warehouses are not that great. I don't know if I said that before. Neither the fact that like you're in a loading screen right here, right? Hopefully, like how cool would that be for the next version of GTA? Or like the expanded version or enhanced version, whatever they're gonna call it. If they didn't cover the cars, I wish they didn't do that. Now they're probably doing that for like processing power and rendering distance and all that stuff. But like you're already in a loading screen. Like you have to enter a loading screen to come in here. Why cover the car? You're already like separate from the chaos of free mode or potential chaos of free mode. That would be pretty neat if they did that. I doubt that though. But I mean, they're selling us a new game, don't they? We have to buy a completely new game, so it would be pretty nice if Rockstar did that. The lighting in this garage, as well as the CEO garage, I can't bear. You know the 60 car one? Prison inmates. I can't bear that garage. The lighting in there. It is so disgusting, and it's unfortunate because it's one of those locations where you can have 60 cars at once. It's trash. The best ones are probably in the apartment buildings, as well as there's decent one in the nightclub, I guess. And there you can also see like 10 of your cars at once, which is another thing. Like, oh my god, Rockstar. I've definitely mentioned that before, but they love to give you like half of like it's like they build something and then they figure out a way to mess it up somehow. Because with the whole CEO garages, you know, having 60 cars and everything, they divided it really weird. You have like 6, 6, and 7 or something like that, instead of just 5, 5, 5, or, you know, 10, 10, 10, or like just a bigger area. They haven't given us a big area that can hold 10 cars, unless the nightclub can do that. And if it can, then that is amazing. Like 10 personal vehicles. I think it's 10 the nightclub can hold. Pretty neat, actually. Let's try and make this without damaging the car too much. Right here, there's a curb that's really tricky. But the Reaper is an alright car to drive though. It's been a minute. These guys may spawn again on the intersection. Yeah, when cars do what the Radius is doing right there, they try to crash into you by like accelerating or braking depending on your speed. It is so infuriating. Even though I know it's gonna happen, it's hard to avoid. There's another one that usually creeps up here as well. Didn't do it this time. But then again, the NPCs were here. I'm taking more damage. Richmond. Whoa. So yeah, I took a little bit of damage here. Let's see, 1.6. But if I'd stayed back and killed the NPCs, the money per minute wouldn't have been worth it. It takes like 3 or 4 minutes to kill the NPCs. Also, if you're gonna do that, make sure you don't use explosives or like Mark II ammo, because it's extremely expensive. But it's also gonna take longer if you don't do those things. So it's a conundrum, that is for damn sure. I mean corundum. I mean conundrum. Whatever. I'm kidding. It's a conundrum. I beg your pardon. Do you see these things have guns? Huh? Why do all the cars have coffee cups in the passenger seat? Like, oh my god. I actually don't like that too much. Because it's once you figure out about that, you can't unsee it, which means that, like, especially things like the Banshee and stuff like that. Those are modern cars. Why make? It's just it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Maybe have it in the police cars, like the police cars have it. But geez, Louise, man, that does not look good whatsoever. Let's see what car I can get sourced right now. It looks like it's morning. There seems to be a little bit less traffic in the morning, in the hours like between 5 and 8 or so, which can be pretty alright. I don't know, maybe not. Not a goddamn game developer. 25th floor. Is this the 25th floor? I thought I bought the
Anything you need, boss.
Wait, there's no way this is a 25th floor. No way. It's like the 10th floor. What are you talking about, game? What does it say 25th? Like, does the Mace Bank Tower West, Mace Bank West, have 25 floors whatsoever? Oh boy. So there are profits. 40% of the warehouse is full. I think I need to get to 70-ish, around there. That's when I have 73, 74, I don't know. That's when I have the 10, 10, 12. Thank you. Really, 70? Isn't it more than that? No, I exited on the wrong place. Damn it, Greg. Okay, this mission is alright. Dude, I'm not even kidding right now. Except for that Kuruma mission, that took a little bit of time, but however, overall, I think it was about an average timer for the source mission. I've gotten so lucky with the locations of this. I haven't gone Paleto Bay, I haven't gone the Cargo Bob one. This isn't too far from the warehouse either, because it's pretty south. Let's try and not hit the car this time at all. Although I do get cops on me, don't I? The ones with cops are alright. You can just call Lester quickly. But make sure you do it after you've started to drive. Sometimes it can glitch and give you the cops right back if you don't do that.
Hey, how can I help?
So make sure you're not like
Okay, so you're in serious trouble.
standing still and
You'll
calling
need my
Lester.
help. Okay.
Ideally, that's what I usually do. Oh, really? Should come up with an Import-Export Part 2 DLC. It would be the easiest DLC to make, and it would be very, very beloved. But I think that Rockstar are a little bit afraid. Oh, don't do that. to do that because import-export makes a lot of money. There is a reason that this business isn't double money ever again. They only make it 50% or 25% because you make so much money. It's actually pretty stupid. I mean, twice as much as as you would otherwise, right? But I would argue that import-export, even base money, is sometimes better than a lot of the other businesses when they're double money. Yeah. This is crazy good business. This car, I don't think I have this car yet, so it's gonna be pretty... What you want to do is not get duplicates. There are 32 different models of cars. So you want to get all 32, but not have a duplicate in there. I don't think I have the Troppers Rally yet. So that's not bad. But surely, let me just check my computer. Surely I have to be getting close on the whole 1010. I don't have a lot of supercars though, or like top range cars, because I keep selling them, but that's not the issue. Once I get that, then we're fine. Still have the Z-Type to source, for example. I haven't gotten the Tyrus either. One time. So let's go in here. 14 minutes. Yeah, I just recently sold, didn't I? Oopsie. So standard, and I have 8. And mid-range, I also have 8. Pretty cool. Okay. So there we go. Top range, I just have the 1. So yeah, let's source another one. I got the El Gordo Lighthouse one. I got this one like 5 missions ago. This exact one. It's a little shitty because I don't think there's a way to avoid the enemies coming after you for this mission. I tried not killing the guy. Oh my god, and I have a Tampa this time. Although there's no helicopters though, but we can try this another way. Let's try sneaking and see if we can do it. I don't think it's gonna work though. But there is a personal cargo bob spawned right across the beach there, so I'm thinking that if you manage to pick it up with a cargo bob, they won't shoot you. Because this one's kind of hard not to take damage on this mission. I've tried killing the guy with a weapon. I've tried killing the guy... Yeah, there you go. It's not possible. I tried killing the guy with not killing the guy, killing him with a gun. It doesn't seem to... Not... Yeah, I don't know how to avoid him spotting me pretty much. Probably the best thing you could do is like spawn a personal vehicle, drive this. It's like literally back there by that little patch of grass next to the tree. There's like a personal you need a hangar for that though, so that this is like late game. But because Banshees and Sultans spawn, and Banshees have stupid top speed. Currently I'm gonna be on the freeway a lot, so I like to go to the right to then have space on the left because they like to follow you. But yeah, this is pretty much just gonna be a freeway drive there, and you know, if you manage to lose them, import-export has this nifty little thing where it just spawns them ahead of you. Is so like, yeah, it's just the worst. The music in this DLC is fantastic. They're like, what are you doing, Granger? What are you doing? You see that? I think that the drums will start whenever the enemies come after you, so you'll notice that. Isn't that such a listen to the music. Isn't that wicked? I love that about this. That was a Sultan and a Banshee. I don't know if they're gonna catch up or not. Ideally, you don't want to lose them, because then another set of vehicles just does not spawn. However, if they get really close to you and they start peppering you, that could be an issue as well. And this thing is so bloody slow. What is it with muscle cars and having low top speed in this game? The Tampa, the Nightshade. How about Rockstar get a grip? The Dukes. Only the Dominator and... What else has a high top speed? I don't even know what else, other than the Dominator. The cars are supposed to have top speed, man. Especially these things with blowers. Isn't that the whole thing? High acceleration and good top speed, but they can't take a corner. Alright, dessert. Alright, let's do this. Let's just finish this mission. Probably gonna have to do another one before the timer's up. All things considered, this didn't take that long, honestly. This car is... not that great or not that easy to pick up with the cargo bob, but it's alright to drive though. It doesn't have the greatest acceleration or top speed, but it has really decent handling and brakes, so that's not bad. It looks to be in towards the city, so again, keep getting lucky with the locations of these missions. Yeah, look at that. Is it parked? Oh, it might be the one inside the garage close to where we do key codes. That's a pretty cool location. I feel like that one's rare. I'm pretty sure they're all supposed to be random. You're not supposed to get one over the other, but this one does not. I don't feel like I get this one very often. At all. I wonder if it's time soon. I don't think it's gonna be though. We'll see when I get to the warehouse, however. Maybe if it's not time, I could do a headhunter right quick. And then that's definitely gonna bring down the timer. All these damn cranes. Yeah, it's most likely this one right here. God, this buzzard has been so amazing. I paid for it once, kept it the whole session. Not bad at all. The gates are open. The Tyrus Citrus, is that what it is? Yeah. The orange one. Oh yeah, they also have ridiculous like startup sound. I wish this game had individual audio levels. That would be amazing. So you can increase your car audio. See, that's something they could definitely do for the expanded version. That would be wicked. Only that I would find it worth it. $60 or whatever the hell it's gonna cost. Because I think sound is so important for like enjoyment. No, oh my good god. So yeah, if you could turn down for example the voices. I'd turn the voices pretty much all the way down, like Lester and phone calls and stuff. Keep the NPC chatter because I find it funny. The effects and stuff like that would be alright. Music would be alright, and car sound would be alright. But we'll see what happens with that though. Pretty neat. Access the vehicle. Alright, so it's time to sell. Which one would I want to? I think I'll just go with this one. Both of these cars have a little bit of problems when it comes to the cargo bob. This one is a little bit difficult to pick up, and the ETR1, I've had that happen. I don't know if they patched it, unlikely. But I've had it happen where it just spontaneously unhooks from the cargo bob. And that's been the only car that happens with. Also the Z-Type. No, not the Z-Type. The Roosevelt is extremely heavy. So that's another car you don't want to source with the cargo bob. Alright, these guys are going to spawn here. No? Oh yeah, there we go. I was about to check if I had another player in the session. Because if they don't spawn where they're supposed to, it's because you have a player in the session, most likely. Car boost the hell out of it, let me tell you. This one may be one in Richmond. See how quickly we can do it. The La Puerta warehouse is quicker than this if you're gonna do the Richmond missions. You know what, I am gonna turn here just because it's... Oh, there was a guy there as well. Is this quicker though? I kinda like to just continue, you know? Almost as if I was going to my office pretty much. Because here I have to turn so many times and it's just shitty. No! Oh my good lord. If that had been any other car than the tires in the ETR1, because they have such excellent brakes, I would have crashed. I did not see that, man. I'm looking really far ahead when I drive. That's what I try to do, because traffic is so unpredictable. You have to be prepared. But yeah, this way just has a lot more turns than the one I usually take, but it did take like 1 minute 30 to get here, so it's not too bad. I think that's what it is. But yeah, 1,116 commission, 1%. Rank up. How much XP does that give you? It should have said on the screen, like when you get XP, it just pops up really quickly. It's almost just like flashes up on the screen, and you don't really get to know how much XP you get, which is a little bit shitty. It should like advertise that more. But yeah, I think I've shown a few missions here and there, talked a little bit about profits and strategies with import-export. That is pretty much it though. The rest of this is just gonna be me grinding back to back the same thing that I've been doing thus far, trying to get 10, 10, 12 in the warehouse. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode though. MG, huh? Well yeah, the MG is unlocked at 50. yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.